Hi, and welcome to the virtual review, Pick of the Litter.
Wow. Yes, so we've covered 10 games.
We have. We've made it this far in a short amount of time. We dove into this VR cast, and already we've sunk our teeth into some wonderful games from
We have, yeah.
said platform.
Yeah, some, and most of them really different in style and genre as well, so it's been a pretty wide variety of games that we've covered.
Yeah, I'm really glad we started doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too.
As you'll look around, there's going to be one big video right here, and that will be our number one pick, which we'll get to talking to once we get to number one. Over here, we've got 9 panels playing out the other 9 games that we've played over the past 10 weeks, and we'll slowly put up our numbers on there. We're going to run backwards from 10 and talk about our own lists in regards to the 10 that we've played. We're going to talk about what were the worst and what were the best.
What were the least best?
What was the runt?
The runt of the litter, yeah.
And what's top dog?
Top dog. Everyone wants to be top dog.
So let's start with the runt. Adam, what have you got?
Okay, so...
Which one are you gonna drown?
My poor drowning puppy is Brick Collision.
Brick Collision.
Brick Collision's
right
my
down
drowning
the bottom.
puppy. Yeah. I did want to like this. Like, I love Breakout clones and Arkanoid clones. There just was no challenge there, you know. And we did cover other games that don't have a challenge, but this one, it was just begging for more arcade, and it was just way too easy.
Breakout. Drowned.
I love Breakout. What can I say?
All right, step aside from the barrel. I've got my own pick.
Who's your poor puppy?
I'm taking VR carts by the throat, and I'm holding that down, choking all the air out of it. I put it on again today. I've had a good bash at this.
Yep.
I started getting motion sickness again immediately.
Yeah.
I think as we learn, the more you play it, the more you get used to it, and that motion sickness does subside. But then I asked myself, is it worth playing this game long enough to get used to the motion sickness? And I came up with the answer, no.
I thought you were a masochist, but apparently not. Okay, what did you have for your number 9?
Number 9, that's where I put my Brick Collision.
Okay.
Unfortunately, because, as you know, I was kind of really buzzed on this game when I first
Totally.
got my Gear VR. I was thrilled to be playing Breakout again. I liked the mechanics, but then the more I went to play it, the more I was kind of disappointed. There's only 7 levels. It doesn't go anywhere. That music loop still kills me. The buttons work on some screens and not other screens. Just clunky.
That user interface could use a bit of work.
Yeah, down there at number 9. What about you? What do you got at 9?
Yeah, well, we switched ours around, obviously, because I've got VR carts at number 9, and basically for the same reasons that you said. I really wanted to like this one too. This was my pick. I felt bad about it. I suggested this game to you, and at first glance, it looks great. And when you see a video of it, it looks like it's super fun. But once you start playing it and you get it, it's not just the sickness. The gameplay is just not there for me either.
It's yawn,
Yeah.
but worthy.
Yeah, give me some speed. Give me some action.
And it's kind of frustrating that obviously there was a bit more of a team on this production. It's bigger, there's more levels, the menu screens are nice, there's a lot going on.
There's definitely been effort put into this game, but it's just some of the fundamentals they haven't gotten right. It's like they built the cake icing first. They haven't got the fundamentals there to back it up.
Totally agree. All right, so let's have a few float to the top, huh?
Sure.
And gasp for air. What do we got?
So some survivors.
So my number 8, I'm throwing down. I'll be curious to see if we get any double ups actually now.
Sure.
I'm going to claim red as my colour, and I'm going to put you down as blue. So as we go through these games, I'll put our ranking colour-coded on the screen capture of each one.
So mine will be blue, yours will be red.
Correct. Endless Space, my number 8.
Endless Space, what didn't you like about it?
I had to put it against the other Endless Runners. Here's
Sure.
a genre that we have faced a few times, literally, out of these 10.
Well represented in the 10 games we've covered. We've done 3 at least. I think you could argue that Smash Hit is kind of in that genre too, so perhaps 4?
Correct. But So it probably would have been higher on my list because it's not that bad of a game. It
Sure.
plays nice, it's smooth. I like the music, loops well. But I was aggravated with myself that I didn't dig deeper into this game when we did initially review it. So I have gone back and I bought a new ship. And it wasn't so much different.
Yep.
I bought a new level, and it was just kind of the same level reskinned.
Did you find you were even using that extra shot that you got with the new ship at all, or just
No, well, I find the shooting mechanisms a bit.
yeah? The handling's the same as the other ships.
Yeah,
and-
not much to add to it. So I don't want to really speak ill of Endless Space because
It's a fun game.
yeah,
I like
it works.
Too. Yeah.
But yeah, not much to it, and especially, I think it would be better if there was an actual goal. I know that's not the point of Endless Runners, but I'd probably be more inclined to go through and buy more levels if there was a point that I could actually beat in a level.
Sure.
So I could hammer home and go, all right, I'm beating level 2, and when I do, I'm going to buy that next level.
Well, having said that, we don't know for certain because we haven't hit the end of we haven't hit a loop at any point. So there could be an end of these levels.
There could be, but there just does seem to be a meter record for each
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
What did you
sure.
get for your number 8?
My number 8, I feel really bad for saying this. It just wasn't really my kind of experience. It's not really a game. Polydome.
Yeah.
I did like it. Like I liked that Zen experience. But I just found the whole time I was playing it, and using that term playing loosely because
Yeah.
it is kind of an experience more so than a game.
Definitely.
I just wanted an objective, and I was just connecting these sounds together. I'm like, yeah, that's all well and good, and this is all really nicely presented, but I want to get to the next level. I want something to happen. Like, games like Rez on the PlayStation 2, they were kind of in that music shooter genre, but they do have objectives. So, and they are intense. Whereas this, I think, could have benefited from something like even if it was not too intense, but just some kind of light threat or something, just to keep you on your toes a little bit.
Turn it into a game.
Make a game out of it.
Well, I'll move into my thoughts on Polydome because I've got it ranked at number 7.
Sure.
And my thoughts would be that it would be higher, the same deal, if there was just a little more to sink your teeth into. Did you end up getting a chance to try it out with your hand controller? Because you did get the
I
Gear
didn't.
VR
No,
hand
I've just
controller.
only recently got the hand controller. I haven't gone back through all the games and played everything with the hand controller yet. So that's a good point. I probably would have enjoyed it more.
Because
using
it
that
is
hand
one of the
control.
major selling points for me is
Sure.
the movement mechanic. But same, it's low. It would probably be higher if it had those few other ideas I had when we reviewed it. The idea of, just another sample package to go through,
Yep.
or a pitch and a tempo
Yeah.
ball or triangle prism that you could hit and
Definitely.
affect. But apart from that, I really loved Polydome.
Yeah, and it's such a wonderful idea. I feel really bad ranking it so lowly, but it has got some stiff competition, and it doesn't quite
And
fit
it's
in
not
with.
a big game like we
Yeah.
have been playing.
Yeah,
and
it
it's
feels
an
like more of a
experience.
demo, like a tech demo or something like that.
Yeah, Plan 8 is a company, and even though we've picked it apart a bit, I would like to give my props. I'm a big fan of Polydome. So what do you got for your number 7?
Number 7, I got Endless Space. Yeah,
What do you got to say about it? Have
it
you-
just felt a little bit incomplete to me. Like, I do like the genre. I love the Endless Runner genre, and I really like how well it works on Gear VR.
I
You can-
remember you being really positive about it when we played it. And
Yeah, I totally was, and part of the reason is it is up against so much stiff competition, because I think this was one of the earlier ones we covered. So we've done
in regards to Endless Runners. you mean?
yeah, definitely. So it is up against some really good games there. I just felt like more random elements, like we're going through the same. It is randomized in some regards, but you're still kind of going through that same thing over and over. Same kind of color scheme. There's not really much variety to the artwork and stuff like that. And
This is what happened when I bought the second level, and it's still just the blocks popping up here and there. There's black holes,
Yeah.
and it's
And that laser shot, I feel like I would have enjoyed the game better if it wasn't even in the game at all. But that was what they were using to monetize the game, selling extra shots, and I kind of just wasn't into it. Like, there was no effect on shooting a building or anything like that. It felt like it was tacked on.
It's just this laser that shoots out, and it
Yeah.
kind of doesn't feel very effective. I would have
No.
preferred just a big rocket to go.
There's nothing really going, how long's this thing going to last for? And yeah, so I don't know. I just felt like it was a little bit incomplete for my taste, I guess. And out of the 3 or 4 endless runners that we covered, it wasn't. It was at the bottom of
stack
that
up
list.
against the
It
others.
didn't, no.
Number 6. Are
Is
we
this your
gonna
go?
match up on one? I've got Swerve for number 6.
No, not even close for me. So tell us about Swerve.
Well, Swerve, I threw it on again today, and I had a good run at it. I think I got up to level 5, and I'm not sure if I got that far last time. If not, I was pretty close. Still a great game. My real positives of Swerve that makes it stand out was the 2-player mode.
Yep.
Being able to log on, we both caught each other really quick. There was no fuss.
No hassles, no technical problems.
And it was the first time I think we had sort of linked up and played 2-player VR.
It was, yeah.
So there was that positive experience wrapped into it. So I don't have anything bad to say about it at all. It's just my number 6.
Yeah, sure. Which, you know, it's in the middle of the list, really. It doesn't mean it's a bad game at all.
And for what it is, look, for how tiny it is,
Yeah.
like to make
it's
a number
literally
6, it's pretty good.
It's literally a Pong clone. So to get that high, you know, for such a primitive game mechanic, and for it still to work in 2017, that's a huge achievement.
Yeah, it's a blast. I look forward to taking you on again.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
What have you got for a number 6?
Number 6, I had QB believe it or not. Yeah, I knew you wouldn't like this. I tried with this game. I really tried. Maybe it's because I'm just not very good at it.
That's what I'm starting to think.
I think it's just that I'm just not very good at it. I saw
Which I think's hilarious because you're such a capable gamer, and it's probably the easiest of all the games that we've played.
Yeah, maybe
me.
you've spent more time with it, and I like that it's like that Sonic 2 bonus level and stuff like that. I just really struggle with it. I don't know. The thing that kind of got me was one of your positives. You say you feel like it's super responsive. I feel like it's not responsive enough. I feel like it takes a little bit of time when you turn your head for that momentum to build up, and I just want that instant reaction. So yeah, I did struggle with it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm a bit more zen with it. Like
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
the snake going and swerving back and forward.
Sure.
And,
I definitely had fun with it. I think it's a really good game, but
you hate it, don't you? Just say it.
You know
Just
what?
Say it.
If you hadn't have beaten my score, it'd probably be higher on my list. Maybe maybe that's what it is.
Number 5.
Number 5, I had Perfect Burger.
Right.
Yeah, I had a blast with this game.
Well, I guess the list kind of doesn't will matter too much here, like the top 5.
Yeah, top 5. Like we're getting towards the top half of the list now, so
Really,
there's no
I-
bad games from here on in.
And to be honest, like probably VR carts is really the only sort of poor experience I've had out of all these games.
Sure.
Yeah, little picks about all of them.
Yep.
but
Yep.
Yeah.
And even in that, we still had fun. Like when we played multiplayer, for all its problems, you know, getting different start times and stuff like that. If you watch us on the video, we're having a blast. Like we're laughing and we're waiting for each other because we're not matched
I
up.
can't help but think we're laughing at how incompetent the 2-player was, and that you started like pretty much a whole 10 seconds before I ever did every time.
I think my first lap was done by the time you got off the grid.
But anyway, we were talking about Perfect Burger. Tell
Perfect
me about
Burger.
that.
So, to me, this game does everything it wants to do really, really well. I had a couple of gripes that I said in the initial video that was like, just give me your score. Like, give me my score while I'm doing it, so I kind of know if I'm on track to beat my high score or not. It just feels like work. And, you know, I've worked in that kind of industry before. It's not a lot of fun. And then I go back in there and, like, it's a testament to how well they do the game because you feel like you're doing what you're doing. But it's work.
I feel like
It's just
this
work.
game has like left a what can I say, like a stain on your brain. Like, oh, I played it to have fun. I worked and I didn't get paid. Like, it's,
Like a pickle just falling out of your cheeseburger and dripping down the
your
shirt.
brand new clean white shirt.
Yeah.
I had Cube Run at number 5.
Cube Run.
And that was kind of tough, but I did rate the three. I only counted 3 endless runners. I didn't count and smash hit.
Sure.
So compared to the one I picked as number 1, Cube Run just wasn't as good, but it's a fantastic game. I played it again today, and we joked about in our review, I think, perhaps, that you were saying you think that if you got a good enough swivel chair,
a swizzle chair,
swizzle sticks where on your swivel chair, you should be able to spin around and grab a whole 9 coins.
So you've tried this now, haven't you?
I oiled up my swivel chair.
No squeaks.
Nah, not this week. We've heard enough squeaks in the podcast. And yeah, I was doing laps, and you can collect the 9 coins if you turn fast enough.
Awesome.
It's dangerous, and it's a lot of fun.
It's dangerous. Is there a health warning attached?
I rate Cube Run. I know I've got it at number 5, but yeah, I'm going to move into Perfect Burger, which I've got at number 4, because you're just talking about that. And Perfect Burger is a blast.
Yeah. Heaps of fun.
I went over all these games again today and had another quick run, so they're fresh in my mind. And I got my high score again this time, 4,100, but I killed 2 burgers this time.
Oh man, so there's room for improvement still.
There is, and I think this is a really fun game. I love playing a 2-player with you.
Yep.
Seeing the footage of the 2 of us sort of flipping around.
That was probably the most intense 2-player experience that I've had with you playing Gear VR, and it wasn't a 2-player game.
No.
But I knew that you were good at it, and I knew I had to be like on my best game to even come close. And I think I beat your first score, and then you upped your score again. And man, I was working hard for that score. Hey, like I really wanted to win that.
Well, maybe we can revisit some scores in the future.
Sure.
We'll have another 2-player run. I do like this about the Gear VR, that once I came up with the idea of playing in unison, it kind of just made every game 2-player.
Yeah.
I mean,
it makes perfect sense,
You've
doesn't
both
it?
got headsets on. It's not like you're sitting on the couch and want to yap to each other anyway. So, yeah, playing games in unison. I highly recommend it. If you, there's
It's
companies
rad
out there. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Perfect Burger, 4,100. Tell me if you can beat it. Well designed, no glitches, never had any problems with it. Fun. Like you said, it'd be good if there was a couple of clearer.
I like how the
score,
menu
but
is like you're in the game already. It's like you can look at the
you're there,
yeah. The menu is the menu kind of thing.
Open shop.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going to
so
work.
cool.
Okay. Did we do your number 4?
No, not yet. So that was your number 4?
Yeah.
Swerve was my number 4. I had a blast with this, and especially playing 2-player, and maybe rose-colored glasses a little bit because it was that first 2-player experience we had. Some of those moments of like really trying to spin that ball and then watching you go for it and then it sneaking down into a corner. It's like, yes, like you feel that sense of achievement, you know, it's so competitive.
The spin mechanism, the dynamics of the ball are so dangerous. So when I was playing again today, you know, I really want to get that good spin going. But it's just becomes so difficult to play once it starts bouncing around everywhere, and I try and keep my pong paddle near, and after a while it's just like I just got to chill out. Play to win.
Yep. For sure.
A really great game.
Your number 4. Oh no, we've done your number 4. Sorry.
So it takes us to the top 3.
It does. Yeah. Who should start?
Look, I'll just dive straight in with my
it.
love affair of CubiTube.
CubiTube.
My
Here
number
we go.
3, you know, and I thought it was interesting that I got such a simple, bare bones game, made it to number 3 on my list.
Yeah.
But aesthetically it speaks to me. I like the color palette, I like the music, and I like the zen space I go into when I'm playing it. I don't feel claustrophobic. I don't feel panicked. I'm just slipping through trying to find my way, and I just wanted to know you've got my full support for QB Tube. Yeah,
oh yeah.
The sequel.
How long have you been sitting on that for?
All afternoon.
Awesome.
And I think just a couple of bands. Maybe a couple of whoop-de-whoops. If you want to go all out, looping, baby.
Oh, enclosed.
Oh, yeah, the tube.
Enclosed.
You're still in the tube.
Yeah.
But, like, the tube turns.
Yeah.
God, so,
I dig it.
Yeah.
Like a water slide.
QB
Tube. Oh, that's so rad. I love it.
I'm a big fan. I haven't written down who the designers were, I'm sorry, but the production house, but I'm a big fan and I love it. Please make a new one for me.
Awesome, awesome. So my number 3, for the same reasons you love CubiTube, I love Cube Run.
Brilliant.
I get that Zen experience from it. I find it's not as intense, which is weird for me because I love super intense games. Like, Wipeout 2097 is my favorite game on the PlayStation. I love super hard stuff, but this was just like, didn't feel as hard. Like, first go, you can last a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And I just, the aesthetic, the graphics are quite beautiful for something on the Gear VR. Just felt really nice, and it's quite simple too, like...
You made me think about the first time I threw on Cube Run, and I did find it tense, and it freaked me out. And after a few runs, and I realised you don't have to panic, and you can kind of pick your corners. Yeah, same deal. Like, there's very little separating CubiTube and Cube Run in regards to who's best and worst, really. It's
and
just a little
they are very different
taste.
too. At the end of the day, like, they're both great games, but they're very, very different games too.
Yeah.
Cube Run, I fell in love with the music of it. Like, I fell in love with the graphics. I fell in love with that mechanic where you're trying to keep your energy bar up and you're like heading straight towards that next coin.
It's picking coins, isn't it? It's picking up coins.
Man.
Just speaks to the gamer.
Yeah, it must be like that 5-year-old in me playing Super Mario Brothers, just collecting coins and stuff. It's I hate saying the word, but there's a little bit of nostalgia there with that. But
of course, yeah,
it's beautiful. I love it.
I wonder how many coins we've picked up over the years playing games.
I wish I'd been keeping statistics on that. I should start from my age right now till I die. I'll just count every single coin.
So, I'm assuming we've got the same 2 and 1 now. Let's find out. My number 2 is, this was a pretty hard decision. I gotta be honest, these top 2 are pretty spot on games, like pretty faultless.
They're both amazing games.
But I'm gonna have to put number 2 for Land's End.
Yep, I've got the same number 2. I actually swapped them a few times, not knowing which one, and they're both so different as well.
Yes.
Land's End is just such a soothing puzzle game. I've never played anything like it.
No, not since either.
No.
And I went into this thinking it was going to be my number 1. It was one of my first VR experiences. It's an experience I've gone through multiple times now. Like, I've played the whole game through at least 4 or 5 times now. But that replayability is starting to disappear now. I know all the puzzles.
Sure.
But that said, the experience is gorgeous. The sound design is gorgeous. The visual design, gorgeous. And the level design is immaculate and worth... You don't explore because it's on rails, but you feel like you're exploring.
You are, yeah. It gives you the illusion of exploring. You really feel like you have this freedom, which is an amazing feat for something where you don't have 6 degrees of freedom. You've got waypoints that you look into and go to.
And considering you don't have the controller, this is a fantastic game for first-time VR users.
It really is, yeah.
Really, it's so calm, it's inoffensive. The puzzles are interesting, but not too difficult.
Yeah, I had so much fun with this, and this was one of the first games I picked up when I got my Gear VR. It's
Land's End.
It's such a beautiful game, yeah. And in its defense, its genre is the kind of game that it is an experience you do once or twice, and then you remember it. It's not something that you need to play over and over again. It's something that you take with you.
I agree. Which brings us to number
1,
which is
dun, 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 dun.
The massive screen right there, Smash Hit.
Of course.
And
what a game.
Why does this land at the top, Adam? Why is this both our number 1?
Well, this has everything going for it. It's super intense gameplay. You're surviving while you're shooting these glass panes. It looks beautiful. The sound design's amazing.
Sound and the physics are phenomenal.
Incredible. You never ever feel cheated, do you? Like, when you get that run right, it's like, I earned that.
Yeah, it's spot on. It's clean. I started fooling around with it when I put it on today, because every time I play it, I'm hell bent on kicking it.
Yeah. And one thing we still have to do is do our 2-player duo of that game.
Very keen.
Yeah, we'll have to do that very soon for an offshoot episode.
Today I was breaking panes of glass off because I wasn't worried about getting hit or anything, and I was following them around and shooting them. And you keep on shooting it and it smashes again and bounces off, and you shoot that. The physics, the dynamics of the game is gorgeous. Like you said, sound design, the physical response I got from this game the first time I sat down and played it front to back. When I was about 7, 8 levels in, I was fried. I was so locked in.
About the point where you start not only moving forward, but twisting as well, right? And the first time that happens, I think I almost fell off my chair. Which, like, I love that, because it's like, I want something to make me feel like I'm not in a room. Like, I want to feel like I'm actually doing this thing. And when you actually get that, it's like, oh yes, I'm completely immersed.
I want to play in one of those gyroscope things. Remember those?
Oh, that'd be amazing. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
Smash hit easily of the 10, not easily, like Land's End really is
very
but
close.
Replayability with Smash hit really is what pushed
with
it over
the endless
edge for
mode
me.
on the end, the randomized endless mode, and so different every single time you play it. It's got endless replayability.
All the level designs are gorgeous, and there's a good chunk. There's a good 10, 11 levels.
Yeah, 10 levels from memory.
There's just so much to recommend about this game.
There is. You have to get this game. If you have a Gear VR, there's really no excuse not to spend the money on this game. I'm sure it's pretty cheap now. I think it's been out since its launch, probably since the Gear VR's launch.
I'm not even sure if we paid anything for it, did we? We must have.
You know what? Maybe it was free. We should really do our research before we do these episodes, shouldn't we? We'll put a link in the description down the bottom.
So Smash Hit, top dog, and that brings us to the end of the virtual review pick of the litter. And we're going to have a little break over Christmas.
Yeah, here's to the next 10 that we cover, and maybe we'll do some side stuff like that 2-player Smash Hit run we were talking about, and see where it takes us. We've been talking about a few new little ideas here and there.
Maybe add a new segment, perhaps start talking about some older games that aren't specifically for VR.
Yeah, I'm excited about that too.
Awesome. So enjoy your break over the new year, and we will see you soon for episode 11 and whatever that brings.
Of the virtual review. See you next time.
Turtles! This episode of the virtual review was brought to you by Sense Immerse. Immerse your senses in a new reality.